Welcome to class. My name is Bolaji Oluwadunsin and I'm the creative designer at Drawstring Crafts Collection. In today's class, I'll be teaching you how to make a unisex drawstring bag using denim and Ankara. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to be introducing the materials that I'll be using in this class. So this is gum stay. We're going to be needing gum stay and small belt. You can get this at a leather shop where they sell leather. Small belt. We'll be needing tape rule, of course, scissors. Then we'll be needing suede for this. Now this will be used to line inside of our bag. Then we'll be needing fabric, any fabric of your choice, and depending on which gender you're making the bag for, whether male or female, make sure that the fabric suits their gender in such a way that, okay, let me explain. Now this kind of fabric speaks to both male and female, but there are some fabrics that are very shiny with bright colors like yellow, red. You'll notice that men don't really move, they don't really like shiny and bright fabrics, so you watch out for fabrics that are more toned down for the guys and one that is more bright for the females. Now we'll be needing denim, of course, and my favorite color that I use for denim is black, because black goes with any fabric, right? So depending on your choice, but I mostly use black because it's a universal color. Then you need a rope. This rope is used to carry the bag. So we'll fix this in after making the entire bag. So the first thing we are going to be doing now is to cut the Ankara that we are going to use. So for the fabric, you want to cut out 18 inches by 19 inches. So here we have the fabric we need to make the drawstring bag, and it is 18 inches by 19 inches. So this will cut the exact same on this and iron them together. So there you go, we have this. We'll keep it to one side. Okay. So now the next thing to do is to cut out our jean. So for the denim, we want to cut out 36 inches by 18 inches. So that is a yard by 18 inches. So this is a yard, and we're just going to fold it into two. And make sure that the jean you get in the market is not too stretchy. So once we have the 36 inches by 18 inches, once we have it cut out already, you fold it in two. And then just leave it there. Then the next stage is to cut the exact measurement of this on the suede. So now we have this cut out, the suede, the jean, exact same, the fabric. On the small belt, we are going to cut two pieces of 3 inches, length 3 inches. You cut, then you cut another one, length 3 inches. You cut. For the handle of the bag, we are going to be cutting 2 pieces of 27 inches. 27 inches. It's 27 inches. I'm going to cut. I'm going to fold it in 2. Then use it to measure another one. Then cut. Then we have 2 pieces of 27 inches. So that is that for the belt. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to iron this Ankara fabric down on the shiny part of the gum stay. The shiny part, you place it on it like this. And then we iron it down. I'll be right back. So once you're done ironing your Ankara fabric on the gum stay, you're going to fold it into 2 like this and iron it down. So you're going to fold it into 2 like this, fold it into 2 like this. So the 18 inches would be on this, in this direction. This would be 18 inches, then you fold it into 2. So that by the time you place it on your jean, it will look like this. It will match the size of the jeans, the width of the jeans. So from here, we head to the sewing machine. For making your drawstring bag, you can either use the industrial machine or the regular butterfly machine. Both would work, but this is just fast. It's fast. So, I'm going to turn on the machine and then get sewing. So the first thing we are going to do is to attach this Ankara on the jean this way at the bottom, right? So the first thing we are going to do is to notch. Make sure that the 2 sides of your jean is equal to each other. Then you notch where they meet in the middle at the sides like this. Just mark the middle points on both sides. After doing this, you bring your fabric like this, then fold both sides to be 6.5 inches. So we're going to, the excess is going to be folded inward like this. 6.5. Okay. 6.5. Good. So now do that for the other side too. So this is how it is going to look like once you're done. So once that is achieved, we are going to use pins to hold them in place. Don't want them moving anywhere. So once that is done, you would open up the jean and then you open up the Ankara, so the inside will be like this, the outer part will be like this. So you open this up, then place it on the jean, and you mark this where this place is folded, the crease that shows the middle part. Let me just, same way we did on the jean, cut it like that, just a little bit, please, not so much, like that. Then you place it on the jean for it to meet each other like this, where you have cut, like this. So you make sure that both of them are equal on the two sides, right? So once this is ready, you sew a straight line joining the Ankara to the jean across and across. So on both sides you want to sew a straight line on the jean. So make sure that your jean is well placed and straight. So for this you can also use the pin to hold both the Ankara and the jean together so that it doesn't move. So make sure that these two knots, they are still equal on the second side. Just going to remove the pins and then show you the outcome. So this is what we have. Right, perfect. So now the next thing we are going to do is to attach the lining to the jean. So the front side of the suede facing the front side of the jean, we are going to place them together like this. And then open it out. So you have the wrong side of the jean here and the wrong side of the suede on the other side. So you have the right side facing each other and the wrong side out. So once that is done, you're going to place the edge together to be equal on both sides. But before we sew these two together, we'll be attaching these straps of belts on both sides. So the first strap, we're going to pick it and fix it 4 inches away from both. So this is the marked 4 inches. Wherever it starts from, that's where you attach the belt from inside out. Then the same thing on the other side, 4 inches away from the edge, you mark it, and that is where you bring out the second side of the belt from the inside, just like this. You bring the other side of the belt from inside the bag outward like this. So it will be 4 inches away from the end, right? Then you continue to sew your straight line down. So after attaching the belts 4 inches away from both ends, then for one side, then we'll do the same for the other side, right? So I'm just going to straighten this out, and this is the other belt that we've chosen, that we've cut out. So you take the belt like we did the first time, but I'm going to do it again so that you won't miss anything. You put it inside and bring out the edge from the other side, right? Then on the jean, mark where for. Use 4 inches. Then from where you marked, you will adjust the belt to match this. So a little bit of the belt would come out, please. So make sure that this is straight. Then we'll continue sewing. Once we start getting close to the second side of the 4 inches, so from this end here, measure another 4 inches. Then from there, you dip your hand into this bag like this to pick up the other end of this belt. Straighten it out like this, then curve it to come out of the other side. Then you position it like this. So where this 4 inches is where the belt will start from, right? Then you close it up. So I'm just going to cut away the excess suede. So the next thing now is to open where the jean join the suede like this, and then fold it inward. Then we'll sew a straight line 2 inches away from, okay. You sew, okay, let's make that 2.5 inch on the jean, 2.5 inch on the suede. So you just sew a straight line closing it together. I mean 2.5 from where they both meet, upward, then 2.5 downward. Let's just do that. I've done this like more than 100 times, so don't mind me just using this as a freestyle. When I was making, oh my, okay. I hope you're seeing this like this. As you can see, just a straight line. So before I go too far, this is what I mean, right? Just a straight line, closing just this edge. The rest will still remain open, okay? Just want to close it at 2.5 from here down, 2.5 from here up. So we'll do that for all the 4 sides. This is super duper, it is very, very easy to make, okay? When I was an undergraduate, I made roughly, I think a little over 200,000 from selling drawstring bags. As a student, I mean, the university was like a marketplace for me. So, and students wear drawstring bags a lot, right? And we have sales reps across 4 universities in Nigeria. That's amazing. Yeah. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to sell these drawstring bags to anyone. Okay, so this is what we have, right? At the end of this is what we have. Make sure that your belt is straight. It is not turned like this or twisted. Make sure it is sewn appropriately, correctly. Then you just straighten, use your hand to straighten out where you've sewn. Then the next step is to measure 2 inches from this edge, I mean with the suede closely. Then we'll sew a straight line across, just 2 inches, like this. 2 inches like this, right? So we'll sew a straight line from one end to another, joining the jean to the suede. So we are not separating this will be together. Make sure that both jean and suede are correct alignment. So this is what we have at the end, like this, joined together. So do that for the other side too. Don't forget 2 inches. So once this is done on both sides, the next thing to do is to fold it into 2. So the suede will be facing you. Fold it into 2 like this. Make sure that the edges meet each other. Make sure that the edges align. Yes, that's the word. Align. So now we are going to join the 2 sides, everything together from where this line starts from to the bottom. Make sure that these edges are meeting each other. Don't forget. So from there, I'm just going to start sewing. Make sure that this place will be left open. You start sewing from this line here. So at this point, once you're about to finish, I'm going to add my label. So if you have a label, this is where you can attach this. I'm just going to attach my label to this. So I'm going to just arrange it like this and place it inside the bag. So it would be placed between the Ankara fabric, like this. It will be placed between these 2 Ankara fabric. I'm going to show you a close-up look when I'm done. Right, attached. Then remember the 2 belts that we cut earlier. You're going to fold it in 2. Then place inside, also in between the Ankara, but make sure that the belt, the small belt, is touching the bottom of the bag. Let's make sure it has gotten to the end of the bag. Use your hand to watch how far the edge of the folded part of the belt have entered into the bag. It's because we still want some to be outside so that the sewing will cross and join everything together. We don't want excess of it to be outside because it will just protrude outside. So then just okay. So this is what we have. This is the edge of the label sewn in between the 2 fabric, and this is the small belt folded inside while the 2 open edge is outside, folded into the Ankara part. So this is what we have, right? So the next part is very easy because we're just sewing a straight line and then attaching the second small belt. fold the belt, small belt together, put in between the two fabric, then close. Right, so once you get to this stage, you would want to cut off excess of this. We don't want too much of this outside, so just going to cut. So this is how it is supposed to look like. Okay, the sewing should be close to the edge. So now the last material that I forgot to mention earlier is called taping. Now this taping is different from belt because the taping is much softer than the belt. So they look alike, but they are not the same. So this taping is much lighter and softer, and because of what it is called taping, we are going to use it to tape the edge of the bag. We don't want all these rough edges showing at all. So the first thing we are going to do is you take a lighter and then just burn the loose parts of the tape, right? Once it is dried, we are going to start covering it from the bottom of the line. So this place will remain open throughout, okay? So don't forget, don't do mistake and start sewing from the beginning. Like I said, you start sewing from underneath this sewn line, and that is where you start covering the edge from. So this is what it will look like, okay? To be in between, so we'll just tape it together and cover up the edge all the way to the bottom. So make sure you are careful at this point because it might be a little bit thick, and that is why I enjoy using the industrial machine. It is fast and, well, makes the work much easier. Make sure that when you are covering the edge with the tape, it is not passing inside the line, it is not crossing the line you have already sewn earlier. So once you start getting to the edge, you cut off the excess and then burn the end of the tape. You use your lighter to burn it like we did at the beginning, and then finally close the side. Okay, so from here, we're going to do the same thing. Burn off the edge. Then finish it off. So at this point, we have come to the end of our training. So just to give you the closer look, this will be open. This will be sewn together, then the taping will be sewn like this to the end, right, on both sides. So now we're just going to open up the bag and turn it inside out. Right. So then here we have this. This is our finished drawstring / tote bag. But in this form, this is a tote bag. Right? In this form, this is the shape of a tote bag. But by the time we attach the rope, which I'll be showing in a minute, you'd see. So this is the label you saw earlier. Look at it. Look at how tight it is. See how close this is to the bottom. So let's take note of that. All right. So to attach the rope, we're going to find the end of the rope like this, and then put the pin in like this. I'm just going to let the rest fall on the floor. So with this, we're going to pass it into this hole that we've created before, or the space rather. Then push it in. Continue to push it inward like this until it comes out of the other side. So once it is out, you put it into the second side. Like you continue to put it, right? Until it comes out of the other edge. So now we have this. So it will look like this. To come out here. Then from this with the pin will enter into the small belt like this. Now making sure that the bag is flat, not squeezed together, you will adjust the rope to leave just a little piece like this left on the other side. Then you carefully pull this one back to adjust it. From the other side, you let the second one meet it at the end here. Let it meet it at the end here, then cut. Right? So this is what we have. This is what we have. So once you get here, you remove the pin and then tie it together. You hold the two ropes together. You won't tie it like this. You hold the two ropes together and twist it, bring it out, then tie. Now that is for the first side. For the second side, we're going to repeat the same thing. Put your pin into the rope and then start fixing it from the side that does not have any rope yet. Look at this. Put it inside. Then continue. Then continue to bring it out the other way. You turn the bag and then continue from the other edge. Okay, so once it is out from the other edge, you'd see, look at, so it's the exact same process. But when you get to this place, because I have a label here, I'm going to put the pin through the label and through the belt. So this is what it will look like, right? Then I'm going to adjust. I think it's a little bit long. Don't want to waste the rope. So just need a little bit down. Then, like we did earlier, cut. And I just want to mark this, okay? So once you get to this stage, you remove the pin, then tie. Make sure that when you're tying, you're not pulling. Now this is the complete form of our 2-in-1 drawstring bag / tote bag. So with this, you can just squeeze in the head like this. This is really, really beautiful. Look at, now we have the drawstring bag. Now we have a complete beautiful drawstring bag. So to make this bag last longer, we are going to waterproof this part of the Ankara so that it doesn't get dirty for at least 6 months. So if you want to watch how we do that, there's a course for that, how to waterproof Ankara bags. So go check that out. Thank you for watching. I hope you try this out and let me know. Send me pictures. See ya.